Hello, welcome to Awake, Connect, and Act, where our humanity embraces our spirituality. My name is Judith, and I am your spiritual psychologist. Yes, today our topic is your reality is a mirror of the inner state. It's okay? Oh, okay. Thank you. Okay, the sound is coming out good. So, um, we are here again just to remind us of our spiritual nature. That nature that has been suppressed by so many things. The programming that are going on, we see the propaganda that is going on out there, and all other things that help to just take our attention away from focusing inside. Because all what we see out there, it is what we are energizing. So your reality out there is a mirror of what your inner world, your inner state, it's going on in there. So if you don't like what you see out there, then you can change it. And by changing that reality, you can only go inward. So that's why I come here to remind us that we are this spirit being that you call God. Yes, God dwells in your body, not outside. So anything that you want to fix, you need to go inside to realign your thought with the divine principles. That's how you're going to get results. I know at this time of our struggle, the Amazonian struggle, the Amazonian revolution, um, and all what is happening in the international community today, the international scene, we're looking at those things, and some of us, or many people, are still being carried away. You know, you're being distracted by those things that are going on. Get back inside. Get back inside, people. Why they are succeeding of what they're doing is because you are giving them that attention. You are channeling your energy to all of those propagandas and everything that is happening. And that's what they want you to do. That is exactly what they want you to do. You know, these people, it is high time us in Amazonia and Africans in particular, you know, to start focusing on the truth. These people have been from generation to generation that they have passed down this same strategy, and their children, they continue to dwell in that. Don't you see that this is a pattern that has been in place for hundreds of years? And how do we destroy that pattern? How do we destroy that pattern? Because it is time to stop feeding your mental energy with all these negative things that they put out there. Give your mental energy energy, the right positive energy, the energy that comes from the source of truth, the source of conscience, the source of righteousness, the source of justice. That is the energy that you're supposed to feed to your mind. because the mind is a bridge between the source, which is your divine nature, your discipline, the divine principles, and your manifestation. Okay, let me check to make sure. Okay, okay. So your mind stands as a bridge that whatever that your your desire wants, that desire need to carry the principles of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, of justice, for you to manifest that thing, that desire, that want, to the good of you and others. If it doesn't align to that source, that principle, then what you put out there is going to be chaos. And then people will continue to, rule you, control your mind. They will come up with all these, their strategies that have been in place for centuries, that today we have a few people, countries that are decoding those strategies, and now they are standing up like the Sahel. Huh? The Sahel, in Europe, there, Russia, in China, all of that, they have come to decode this mystery of how a particular people will rule, they'll control the world for centuries, and they are unrepentant. They are unrepentant. Even right now in this dispensation that people are waking up, these people are so bent to push their agenda forward. They don't care who lives, who dies. They don't care. So it is up to us to go back and be truthful. Be truthful, people. I keep saying this. I know religion has messed us up, that they made you to believe that there's a God in the sky. But from the reality of things, you have seen that there is no God in the sky. If you have not known that, or you have not come to that realization, then you are still deceiving yourself. There is no God coming from the sky. For centuries, that God has not stopped these evil people to control the world and begin to propagate their agenda, all that to subjugate other human beings. That God has not come to stop them. So if we are seeing things are unfolding right before our eyes, it is time for us to be truthful to ourselves, Amazonians. Those of you who, you see what is happening in La Republic? Huh? Those of you who are still standing there, oh, we are one Cameroon. Huh? They are, do you see that? Some of you who claim that you're going to be one Cameroon, you're going to support Maurice Kamto. Where is he? He's not on, or he's not on the list. It's not on the list. So where do you put those are your fake dreams now? Where are you? You have just been abandoned in the middle of the ocean. That's what they have done to you. They use you and dump you. That is what they do. So all of this needs you. Those are the realities we're seeing. We need to go back inward and arrange our thoughts and align with this divine truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice. That is all it takes, people. Once you do that, the energy that you will be emitting out there, your mental energy, it will be based on truth, that what you desire, because the mind is the center of creativity. There is the creator, which is your divine nature, that divine nature of truth, conscience, righteousness, and justice, four characteristics of the divine nature. And then your mind, which is the creative center. Those are where your wants, your desires, they come from. And before that you could generate or create anything, it needs to be aligned with these divine principles of truth. Is what you're thinking, is what you desire, what you want, does it align in truth? Is it going to produce good results? Is it going to serve humanity? We are gods here on earth, gods in training, that we have come to experience our divine nature. So you cannot talk about spirituality and then you are separating yourself and that there is a God in the sky. No, that is not spirituality. That is religion. Because religion is also what? Systems that are in place to keep you asleep, to keep you, confused, to keep you fighting, to keep you in that place of unbelief, always looking for a savior. That is what religion does. But I am here today to tell you that you are your own savior. You are your own God. You are the one to deliver this generation in Amazonia. So it was no mistake that you are born at a time like this. It's no mistake. So stand up and own up to your task to free Amazonia. Because these people, they are not backing down. And they are not backing down. They are going all over the place because they want to keep you in that place of, fear and always looking for a savior. So they are not apologizing to any wrongdoings that they are doing out there. So they are instead going out to cause more confusion, division, more wars, more, all of those things. So now you continue to stay in fear. And if you are so afraid, that you cannot fight for your freedom, you cannot do this, they are having so many weapons, they are having this and all of that, they can come and do. Where are they today? Huh? Russia is dealing with them. Iran dealt with them and all of that. So why are we still sitting there and you look at La Republic because of all the atrocities that they are causing on our people, and you think that you staying quiet, you pretending over there at the home front, you're pretending that you are with these people because you have a position in government. You think that will save you from the calamity that is going to befall them or before our people if we don't take these things serious. Do you think that is going to save you? They will yoke all of you as Amazonians, as they call Anglophones. They will yoke all of you and deal with you. France is losing in the Sahel so badly. Huh? Their economy is going down. It's not funny. They are even begging Niger. Niger say, hell no. Hell no. So who are we Amazonians? Who started this thing? It is from us that this energy emanated. That the Sahel, they pick on that energy. Huh? So why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? Why are you afraid? You don't want to align with your true self. Many of you don't want to speak the truth. Because you have one or two relatives who are there in the government of La Republic. Huh? You don't want to speak the truth because you have your businesses there in La Republic. You have your homes there in La Republic. You are married to La Republic. So you don't want to speak the truth. So you can do anything just to destroy the struggle. But let me tell you, there's bad news for you. This struggle has been sustained for 9 years. 9 years is unbeatable. That is the number of manifestation. That is the number of justice. And that's why you hear a lot of people in social media other vloggers and bloggers and TikTokers, they are talking about Amazonia right now because of your resilience. You see that? Because of your resilience. And once you see those signs, you know that the end has come. You know that the end has come because now the reality matches what is going on the ground. Do you see that? The reality of those in the media that are propagating this wickedness of La Republique, you know, matches what is going on in the ground. So that is a typical example of your reality is a mirror of your inner state. But now, going back to you as the individual, what is your reality? What is your reality? What's going on in your mind? How are you living out your life? What is it that you speak out there? What is it that you do out there? Does it align with your inner truth? Does it align with your inner truth? Because there is, that's one thing. It is just like you inhaling oxygen and you are exhaling carbon dioxide. That is just the loop of that reality loop. What you are thinking inside, how your thought is being processed, that is what you are manifesting. That is how people know your character. That is how people know who you are. You can hide and hide in the struggle, like we have seen over time, that those who came and they were pretending, with time, you know, because of what is going on in their mind, it had to reveal itself. They reveal themselves. So you cannot really outsmart that. If you are grounded in this, you have twisted the truth. You cannot outsmart it. You cannot outsmart your reality if you are bent on twisting the truth. Those who outsmart their reality is when you want to align with the truth. If you cannot align with the truth, then you get trapped. You get trapped in that delusion of what you think that, oh, this is what you're going to do if by going to a yoke with the La Republique, that's how you're going to have your own, something that we've been there, done that, and it didn't work out for 60 years plus. And you are still there, you have stuck your head in the sand, and you say, oh, we must stay with La Republique. Come force us now. Come and force us. They are showing you that you are just nothing. You're nothing. They don't care because the country itself is still under France. It's a province of France. You think that now that France has lost the Sahel, they're going to allow any Jack and Jill to enter that their race? They will put all those numbers and people who don't matter anything, but the winner has already been declared before the race, the elections begin. So your reality is a mirror of the inner state. Okay? We cannot You cannot deny that. And that state of your reality is your human self. That's why they want you to keep going through this difficulty. They want to inflict more pain and suffering, so you stay there and keep whining and dining with your pain and your suffering without thinking or looking for solutions. That is what they want, because in that negative energy, they thrive. they thrive. But the more people come to this realization and know that I have my own dignity, you have your own dignity. We Ambazonians, we have our own dignity. That's why we rose up in 2016, 2017 to declare our freedom and our independence because of that self realization. But if you want to stay there and you keep, oh, I'm so afraid, oh, these people they have killed thousands of our people, hundreds of thousands of our people, those that have died under natural circumstances because of the lack of resources. No money, no food, no job, no nothing, no hospitals, diseases, all of that. They have killed us in hundreds of thousands. So those numbers that you are giving there like that, those are just fake numbers. They are fake numbers. Our people have died for these 9 years, just these 9 years alone. We don't want to go back from the time of 1961. Just these 9 years alone, hundreds of thousands of our people have died. So if you sit there and you're joking, you don't have no sympathy, no empathy for your people, then something is wrong with you. You can go to La Republique, where their soul, their conscience, everything has been eaten up by a pig. That's where you're supposed to go live, not in Amazonia. Self-realization. When a people come to start looking at themselves, that is what they talk of self-perception. How you see yourself and how you want others to see you. Do you want people to look at you, oh, Africa, poor nation, oh, poor continent? But today they are there begging a Niger, begging Burkina Faso, begging a Mali. Oh, let us come back. We're going to do business in the right way and all of that. Oh, yeah. So now you cannot survive without this poor continent, without these poor nations. You cannot survive. Huh? Amazonians, that's what we're fighting. To live in dignity, to live in our own terms, to live in freedom. So our minds can think right. Our children can use their minds in the right way and create all the necessary things. The world has not seen anything yet of the creativity that is in humans. They have not seen anything yet. And that's why these evil people, they continue to bring all sort of a strategy to destabilize the world, because they will be shocked to see when the people are calm. Go look at China, that they demonize China. Oh, China is this a communist, communist, communist. Go there, the communist state is waxing strong and well. Huh? Where is all of this fake narrative that we bought? A people who have no dignity, no self-respect, no moral standard. And they came and put up this false image, this mask, when there are killers all over the world. And we bought it for decades. Oh, the white man land is a very powerful place and all of that stuff. And then they're painting us, oh, Africa, poor people, a poor continent, disease-ridden continent. Please, if you don't want your people, your children to be tested for all sort of evil vaccines, it is time to fight. It is time to fight. Change that narrative. Change that narrative. Because they are going out there, they are mad scientists. They are out there coming up with all sorts of vaccines to go contaminate our children. They want to make your continent to be filled with sick people, because their population is dwindling. And they know that the African continent, the population is rising, the youth population is the highest in the world. And they want to do everything to keep you all you begging and begging and begging and begging there. These monstrous entities that are terrorizing the human being, the human race. So Africa, Amazonians, it's time to rise up. What you are seeing out there, that is not who you are. That is not who you are. Amazonia is not a place where anybody, our children are hawkers on the street, our children are prostitutes, our children are doing all sort of scamming and all sort. They have become, my goodness. And you sit here because you are in the diaspora, or you can afford to send money to your family, and you think that, oh, that is okay. Soon they'll start picking up your own family too. If you don't want to step in, yes, they say what goes around comes around. If you don't want to step in and do the needful, the right thing to do, come and draft in your county. Tomorrow is Ngokitunja draft. Go and draft. A draft for one county is a draft for all the counties. It's a draft for Ambazonia. It's a draft for your freedom of your people. Come and draft. La Republic is showing their true colors. So stop dreaming. Stop dreaming. Wake up from that false dream and join your people. Let us free our land. Let us free our land. Because now it is about good and evil. It is about good and evil. You are hearing of, oh, these people are causing all sort of, to destabilize the world because they don't want to apologize. They don't want to admit that they are doing anything wrong. So they come and use your puppet leaders, your stupid leaders who don't have no sense of purpose of why they became leaders or president in their country. They don't have no sense of direction on how to move their countries forward or how to take care of their people. No love for their country, no love for people. So they come and use them, and then they're just dealing with their own people like, oh, they don't matter. They don't matter anymore. So we are here to change that narrative, because the reality on the ground does not align with what we are made of, that we are God's. This divine nature in us wants truth, wants conscience, it wants righteousness, it wants justice. We are in this struggle is for justice, and the justice emanated from what? From truth. From truth. So your mind being that bridge, it needs to align in truth. It needs to align in truth for your reality or manifestation to change. There's also this statement that said, what you energize, what you recognize rather, you energize. What you recognize, you energize. And how do you energize that thing? By embodying that vision, by embodying that purpose, by embodying that aspiration. That's why we are still here. Some people will like, oh, look at the struggle. People, the numbers have dwindled on those who are drafting. Yes, it is natural. Those who don't embody this vision of Amazonia, they cannot stick around. They cannot stick around. Because it comes to what? Realization. When you realize who you are and what you want, you have to get involved to change that. It's not something that you go and shut yourself in the room and be praying and fasting that things will change. Oh, no. Prayer and fasting is to align your thoughts. Huh? Is to align your thoughts. So you'll be better inside. That is what they call the internal, or your internal state. Your internal states need to align for you to change your reality. You get that? Your internal states need to align for you to change your reality. So if you're praying and fasting, it's because you want to keep a state of alignment in yourself. All you're trying to do is to convince your inner self this divine nature in you. That's what you're trying to do, to convince it, because there is no outer God. There's no outer God. So your praying, your fasting is to convince your inner self that, okay, I want to align with your principles of truth, of conscience, of righteousness, and of justice. That's what you're doing. But those of us who are already awakened and living in this heightened awareness of spirituality, I don't need to pray. I don't need to fast because I'm already aligned. You wake me up any time of the day, I know what I am doing. I don't need to go ask my higher self again, oh, what should I do here? I'm already aligned. And that's why I come here every time to tell us that we are this dual being. We have this physical body and we have the spiritual body. The spiritual created the physical, right? So as to experience its divinity, its desire, it needs the mind. And that internal workshop need to align with the principles of truth. So whatever you're producing out there, it will be for your good and the good of humanity. When they say God is good all the time God is good, that is just what it means. Everything that comes out of your mind need to serve the good purpose of what you desire. Good. So once you realize, you re-emerge. Now you are re-emerging as this divine being who is now in charge of your destiny, who is now in charge of your future, who is now in charge of your country, who is now in charge of your own goals in life. So you need to embody, because now you have recognized this truth in you. You have recognized the reality on the ground is not what you anticipated. So how are you going to change that? By disciplining yourself. So when people go to pray and fast, it's like you're trying to discipline yourself. But that discipline that you're trying to do is like a momentarily thing. Now you're telling yourself that you are so weak, so you need to go re-energize, and you're believing that there's an external force that comes to do that. So when you call on it, then it will come to re-energize you. No, 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 my brother, my sister. Everything is within you. Everything. Your abundance, your resources, everything that you need, it's all in you. People, it starts from within. Realign your thoughts. Now that La Republic is showing its true colors, now that France is showing its true colors, that their economy is, yeah, on the decline, it's time we get truth to ourselves. Get truth with ourselves. Are we going to continue to piggyback on La Republic, or is it time to get serious? Time to stop deceiving yourself. Huh? Let the mask come off. La Republic has already removed a mask to show you the day that Paul Biya declared that he's going to run. Can you imagine? Can you imagine what a laughing stock that some people have become? Huh? A 92-year-old man or 93 years old man says he's going to run again for election. Ah, and the people are there. Woo, they are jubilating. Who calls the shot? Who calls the shot? That people are dancing for a 93-year-old man. That is how empty you can see a nation. That all the intellectuals, huh? Because that's intellectual slavery right there. Intellectual slavery. Where they stupefy your education, your qualifications, your certification, all of that, your diplomas, all they just rubbish it in the mud. And they took a 93-year-old man for 40 something years and they keep dumping it on your face, dumping it on your face, dumping it on your face. And you say you're going to school. You cannot even defend your people. Yeah? And you think that when you go out there and collect those crumbs, things will go and change. For 40 something years, they did not change. He did not change anything. And then another 7 years it will change. Man, you are in, they say what, Alice in Wonderland? It's time to be real. Huh? Be truthful to yourself. Your higher self, your divine nature deserve that truth. Huh? It deserves that truth. Time to recognize your divine nature, people, because this foolishness is very irritating. To see our young generation just wasted like that, it's an abomination. If you are praying for curse, that is a curse that has been on you for 40 something, 60 years plus, and you say, oh, we are one Cameroon, and you say, oh, they're going to change and all of that, and let us stay with them. No, no, no. What you recognize, you energize. So those of you who have recognized that La Republic, stay there. Don't be confusing our people. Don't be confusing our people, because we are for straight out independence, sovereignty, huh? Full recognition. That's it. Go to the negotiation table and let this matter end. Your mind. Your mind is that bridge. For you to see anything clearly, your mind is there. How do you want to change your narrative if you think that your reality on the ground is not what You really want it. So how are you going to change it? I've always demonstrated this mirror test. When you take a mirror, you look yourself in the mirror, you see the image there looking exactly like you. But that image cannot move except you move, right? Except you move. That's how that image is going to move. So if there's anything that you're looking at that image that you don't like, where do you go and change it? Is it on the mirror? No, certainly not. You go back to yourself. You go back to yourself and look what you have done in your thought. Because there are thoughts sitting in there. There are beliefs that has kept some of us, huh? That we think that because of those belief system in our inner state of mind, we cannot we cannot do certain. You hear some people, they will say, oh, my hands are tied. Why are your hands tied? Because what you see on the ground, you are directly or indirectly affiliated with the the situation on the ground. The calamities that are befalling our people, you are directly or indirectly affiliated with that. So you say your hands are tied. Your hands are tied. You cannot make the decision since your loyalty is on the colonizer. Your loyalty is with the colonizer. Huh? You cannot decide. Maybe one of your parents is from a La Republic, and now you pay more allegiance to that parent from La Republic, or your job, your business, your home, your houses. You know, many of you bear houses. Okay, that's fine. So why are you biting the finger that fed you? Why are you biting the finger that fed you? You cannot change that image in the mirror. You have to go within. And going within, you need to align in truth. What I am doing for the sake of humanity, for the sake of your generation unborn, whether your present generation, because they will go to that land in Amazonia. The insecurities there, it will touch your own relatives, so it will touch your relatives too. Huh? Many of you can attest to that, that your relatives have been touched. Those of you who leave diaspora to go visit, huh? You are here, you don't want to draft, you don't want to contribute anything. But when you go back home, you see the challenges and you come back, you say, oh, that country, all of that. That country can only be changed when you start to align in truth, to tell yourself the truth that I have to get involved to make things better, to change my country. I have to get involved. So, your mind standing as the bridge, you need to start to filter. I gave us those the three D's: the declaration, the discernment, and the desired reality. Huh? That's where you want, you know who you are. You're not going to stay there and continue to beg and continue to hang on to a country that is falling, is falling. It has sunk, it has hit rock bottom. La Republic has hit rock bottom. So why are you hanging on to that? You got to know who you are. And then you got to go look into those systems inside and outside that is causing you to stay in this um, delusion, to think that you and a La Republic can live for another 60, 100 years? No, impossible. So you need to go back and look at your own mind, that belief. You got to get rid of that belief. Because when you get rid of that belief in your mind, then you'll be able to look at the suffering of your people and you say, no, I must get involved. Because if your belief in your mind has not changed, there is no way that you will see the suffering that your people are going through that you're going to change. You will still be nyakti here. Yeah, you are going oh, I'm going to Cameroon. And that's what most of you, Ambazonia, I'm going to Cameroon. So you got to go inside. Your inner world need to align with your outer world. So when you are seeing those things happening in Amazonia to your people, oh, it is what is going on in your mind because you have not changed your belief. Your belief has not changed in you that we are one Cameroon. That is what is sitting there in your mind. So you got to get rid of that belief. That is where discernment comes. Discernment comes for you to start to filter. Huh? Look what is right, what is the good and the right belief, the good and the right thought. Choose there. Filtering them means you choose. Choose what is good for you. Once you choose what is good for you, if you say, okay, Ambazonia, I am an Ambazonia, I want to live in a free Ambazonia, I deserve to be treated with all fairness, with respect and dignity, all of that. Once you decide that in your mind, then you get involved in the revolution to free your people. That's how you're going to change that narrative on the ground. You cannot sit there and be saying, oh, that nothing. Oh, I will do this, I will do that. I'm going to do some things at the home front. I'm going to help people. Those people will always come up every week, every day. Our people are, the poverty rate is just alarming. The suffering, the sickness, the diseases is alarming. How many people are you going to feed if you want to open your charity groups? How many people are you going to feed? How many are you going to leave out? Huh? How many? So from generation, year after year, you'll be feeding all these people, so they will not have no vision for themselves, how they want to raise their children, what school they would like to choose for their children to go, what jobs that the children would like to, decide that, oh, this is where I want to work. No, they will be depending on you to give them that your charity droplet that you are giving to them. So their children, now that they are giving birth during this wartime, they'll also be relying on your charity. I'm not saying you should not do charity, but that mindset that you don't want to come and get involved here, this is the root cause that we have to deal with. This is the root cause. For us to stop all of that our people will continue to remain in that begging state, we need to go to the root cause. That's why you need to align with your divine self, your divine nature of truth, to be true to yourself, that you cannot solve those problems there without going to the root cause. I showed us this sketch last time. Huh? This is the root, which is your spirit self. Huh? And yet there are the branches. That is your mind. And up here, there are the fruits. Those are your manifestations or your actions. You see that? Those are your manifestations and your actions. And how did they come? There was a seed right here that germinated and sprout to form these branches. And then the branches that bear forth fruits. That is your divine nature. That is consciousness we are talking about. The awareness of that being in you. And by the time you manifest everything that carries this nature here, that is what they call heightened awareness or spiritual awakening, that you are fully awake and you know what is right and what is wrong. You know what is good and what is bad. There is no magic that you need to pray or fast, my people. Those who brought you those religion, look at them destroying the whole world, and you want to sit there and begin to uphold their religion? Huh? You want to sit there and begin to uphold their religion when they don't have no respect, no nothing that even aligns with what they brought to you in Africa. They don't have no respect for it. No respect. They look at all of you Africans like animals. Huh? Just like how they're looking at the Palestinians. Just like how they're looking at all the other people when they went to invade Russia, all of that. Huh? They don't look at nobody as humans. It's all about them with their twisted mindset. Huh? These twisted mindset people who have come to control the world, that they think, okay, if we want to give up the world for them, what are they going to do? What are you going to do? 7.4 billion people around the world. Okay, you want to unalive everybody and let you stay. We can do that. Since we cannot cohabit, hmm? And you see stupid African leaders who don't have nothing to offer. And this generation will not stop to get rid of those puppet leaders. It's just a matter of time. You all will leave that position. Huh? You will leave that position because this generation is awakened and they know what they want. It is just a matter of time. A matter of time. They use you to go and get rid of the Sahel. Oh, the Sahel, you must bring them back to the ECOWAS. Oh, you must bring them back to the African Union. Is it by force? Huh? And you leaders of Africa, or these puppet leaders, you go along because you don't know what to do with your people. Oh, you don't have no clue. But I'm so happy for Ambazonians. I'm happy for our president. I'm happy for his cabinet. I'm happy for Dr. Mongwa and many others who are there. Wow, I'm so impressed. Many out there, the ABC team, Director Paddy and your team. I'm happy for those who, yes, went to school and school went through them. They are using that tool. They are using it in the right way, and we are seeing results. Keep it up. Keep it up, people. Keep it up. Yes, keep it up. Keep it up. I see all of you. I see all of you, the barristers. I see you. I see you. Oh, our field marshal, Marcera, in the draft. I see all of you and your team. Kudos, our ASA, who are there at the home front, determined. Yes, the true warriors on the ground. You are determined, you're holding the ground really tight. Keep it up. Keep it up. That's all we need. That energy of truth, of visionaries, of righteous people, of people who want justice. That is all you need. That is all you need to align to. You don't need any other thing. And once you do that, the energy, when you speak out there, eh, on the media, that energy goes and sends ripple effects on the universe, and those who resonate with your vision, they will come to align. My people, that is just the truth. It is no magic, it is not prayer and fasting. Align with the truth. Align with the truth. What you want. Who are you? What do you want? How do you want others to see you? If you do that, the rest is history, and everything that resonates with that vision, they will come to your rescue. Thank you so much, and let me know what you think in the comment section. See you tomorrow at the draft. Bye. Director Buddy, I'm done.